Hello and good morning, beautiful people. I say good morning because today we're working on a sequence designed to open up the parts of the body that get really tight after a long night of rest. This is going to be short and sweet that you can easily add into your morning routine. So go ahead and get your pot of coffee going, and once that's done, we should be finished here. We'll go ahead and get started in Tadasana. So step the feet a little bit wider than hip width distance than normal, just to provide a bit more stability. Tuck your pelvis under. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls. And starting to allow the body to gently open up. And taking your time to let go of any agendas or to-do lists and just tune in to how you're feeling and get really present in yourself. On your next breath in, sweep your arms up overhead, interlock the fingers, and then flip the palms face up. Maybe lift your gaze. Feel that stretch through the outer seams of the body, and if it calls you, maybe lift up to tippy toes, grow taller. Breathe in. Exhale, sink your heels back down. Release your right arm to your side. Breathe in, energize the left fingertips up, and then breathe out, side bend to your right. So in this side bend, notice if the left shoulder rolls forward, want to draw it down and back. That way shoulders stay level, body's in one plane. Lift your gaze past the left arm, take an inhale, expand through the left side, and then on your exhale, contract through the left oblique. Come back to center. Inhale, reach the right arm high, interlock the fingers, flip the palms. Exhale, release the left hand down. Breathe in, re-energize the right fingertips towards the sky, and then breathe out, side bend to your left. So opening up through the right side, leveling out the body so it's in one plane, lifting your gaze, and then rooting down firmly through the heels. Breathe in, expand, and then breathe out, contract to center. Sweep the left arm high. Another inhale, reach up. On your exhale, interlace the fingers and place them behind the head just to support the nape of the neck. Feel free to massage the back of the neck with the thumbs if that's comfortable and feels right. All right, next inhale, start to open up the elbows, expand through the heart, and then as you exhale, drop the weight of your head back into the palms, lift your gaze. And you shouldn't feel any tension in the low back. If not, you can back off. Otherwise, focus on contracting through the glutes to press the hips forward and then lifting up through the heart. Breathe in. On your breath out, micro bend through the knees, hinge from the hips and slowly fold forward, keeping your hands where they're at. So it's a pretty generous bend through the knees in this first forward fold to really decompress through the spine and low back. And so if you're feeling this in your hamstrings, go ahead and bend your knees a little bit more. And then just allow the weight of your arms and your hands tugging the skin at the back of the scalp to stretch and decompress the cervical spine, so the area in the neck. Take a breath in here. On your breath out, allow your hands to slide off the head to the floor. Next, inhale, round up to standing, grip down through your toes, push through your heels, and then sweep your arms up overhead. Big inhale. On your exhale, interlock your thumbs. Start to feel the force. Press your palms behind you. Lift the chest up. Breathe in. On your breath out, release the interlock of the thumb. Float the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Inhale. Send the knuckles down towards the heels. Lift the chest up along with your gaze, dropping the head back. And then again, bend through the knees. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold forward. Breathe in. And breathe out and send your hands back towards the tailbone. Allow them release to the floor. Inhale, round up to standing. Push through your feet. Sweep your arms overhead. Interlock the fingers. Lift up through the chest. Feel the palms press back. Exhale, release the hands and float them behind you. Interlace the fingers again, this time the funky way. Breathe in, chest expansion as the knuckles charge towards the heels. Breathe out, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, send your hands towards your tailbone and release them to the floor. Inhale to a halfway lift now. Place the hands on your shins, press them behind you, extend the crown of the head forward, and then release your hands to the floor. Go ahead and step your left leg to the back of your mat for your runner's lunge. So left hand underneath the shoulder, left heel reaches behind you. You can soften down to the knee if you'd like to modify. Go ahead and sweep the right arm all the way up. Maybe lift your gaze towards the thumb. And then we'll move some fluid range of motion, so just painting circles with the right hand, moving forward for 3, 2, and 1. Maybe at the top of that last one, allow the palm to press back, opening up the chest towards the ceiling, and then we'll move in reverse. Inhale the arm up. Exhale, release it down for 3, 2, and 1. Release the right hand to the floor to frame the right foot. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, go ahead and send the hips back for half splits. So dig the heel to the floor, flex the toes skyward. And then you can keep a bend in the knee if a straight leg is too intense for you this morning. Hands come down on either side of the shin. Wrap the right hip behind you. Breathe in, elongate the spine forward. Breathe out, hinge from the hips, fold deeper. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and breath out. Next, inhale, plant the right foot to the floor. One at a time, place the hands on top of the knee for support. Hug the thighs together, breathe in, lift the chest. And find this chest expansion. Drop the hips slightly forward, tuck the pelvis under. Next, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlock the thumbs. Feel the palms press back as you lift a bit higher through the chest. And then exhale, release your hands to the floor. You can keep the palms planted or tent the fingertips. Perhaps use blocks if you have them. We'll start to move a bit more dynamically, shifting from our half splits, digging the heel down, to our lunge. Pressing the toes to the mat, lifting the chest for 3. Exhale, back for 2. Inhale, forward. Last one. And go ahead and plant the palms now. Lift that back knee. Step the right foot behind you. Lower down to knees if you need to modify, or from your push-up position, go ahead and lower to your belly with control. Tent the fingertips just outside of your mat. Separate the feet mat with distance. Drop the shoulders down, elbows point straight up in the air. Grip through fingertips. Next, inhale, press the hips to the floor, lifting up to your cobra. Keeping your hips grounded, chest elevated, maybe lift the gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out, slowly lower back down. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And place the hands underneath the elbows. Tuck the toes under, keeping the feet about hip width distance apart. Either press up to hands and knees or to your high plank position. And then exhale to down dog. Bending the knees as much as you need in this down dog to lift the tailbone high and pedal out through feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next, inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Go ahead and walk to the top of your mat, just taking a gentle stroll, doing your best to keep the legs a little bit straighter if you'd like an added stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. And tent the fingertips alongside the left foot as you step the right leg behind you. Plant the right palm underneath the shoulder. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Lift the gaze towards the thumb. And then exhale, begin to circle the arm forward. Going through a comfortable range of motion for you. And we've got 3. Moving with the breath for 2. And 1. Inhale at the top. Maybe you feel that pressure through the palms. Start to open the chest towards the sky. And then we'll move in reverse. Moving with the breath. And for 3, 2, and 1. And release the left hand to the floor. Soften the knee down if you haven't already. Breathe in, elongate. And then on your breath out, find your half split. So digging the heel to the floor. Wrapping the hip back. And then you can keep the fingertips tented or palms planted. Breathe in, feel the chest pull forward. Breathe out, hinge further from the hips. Twice more, moving with the breath to dig into the hamstring, so getting into the meaty part of the muscle. Last breath. Next, inhale, plant the foot to the floor firmly. One at a time, place the hands on top of the knee. Tuck the pelvis under. Next, inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlock the thumbs, and then exhale, press the hips forward. Lift up through the chest, feel the palms press behind you. Breathe in, and breathe out, release the hands down. So moving fluidly, getting into the hips and hamstrings. Send the hips behind you as you exhale for half splits. And then plant the foot down for your lunge. Lift the chest. Twice more. Last one. And once the foot is planted, go ahead and release the palms down. Right toes tuck under, lift the knee. Step the left leg behind you to your push-up position. Feel free to drop down to your knees if you'd like to modify. Otherwise, again, lower down to your belly. Go ahead and bring the big toes to touch along with the heels. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale to your locust. Go ahead and peel the chest up. Charge the knuckles towards the feet. Lift the legs. Squeeze the glutes. Try not to rest the arms on the low back. Find more lift through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. Place your hands underneath your elbows. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. Take a breath in. Press up to your hands and knees or your high plank. And then exhale to down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Next, inhale, lift up to tippy toes, bend the knees, press the chest to the thighs, and look forward. Make your way to high plank, whether you'd like to launch yourself forward there or ripple through the spine like a wave. Once your shoulders stack over your wrists, begin to dip the hips low, keep the toes tucked under, pull the chest through, maybe bend through knees and elbows, breathe in. On your breath out, you can settle the knees to the floor, send the hips to the heels for an extended child's pose. And then keeping the toes tucked under, next inhale, lift up off of the knees, charging the tailbone high, and then exhale, sink the heels down for down dog. Twice more like that, moving a little bit more fluidly with each round. Inhale to tippy toes, bend the knees, chest to thighs. Exhale, launch or ripple yourself forward to high plank. Dip the hips low, gentle bend in the knees, pull the chest through in your back bend. Exhale, you can keep your knees on the floor, allow them just to hover above your mat as you send your hips to heels. And then inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, sink the heels low, down dog. Last one, inhale, tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, round or launch yourself to your high plank. Feel free to drop to knees from here as you drip the hips low, pull the chest through. And then exhale, send the hips to heels. Maybe knees hover, maybe not. Lift the tailbone high as you breathe in, and then sink the heels down as you breathe out. Stay here for your inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands back towards your toes. And we'll finish off with gorilla pose. Bend the knees as much as you need. Slide the hands underneath the feet, palms face up. You can massage the backs of the wrists with the toes like a cat clawing on a mat. And bending the knees as much as you need to do this. And then go ahead and tuck your chin to your chest. And you can look down towards the floor or straight behind you. Begin to bowl your elbows out to the sides as you think about lifting the palms towards the face with equal intensity as you press down through the bottoms of the feet. Lift the tailbone, aiming to straighten the legs one day. Breathe in. Allow the shoulders to glide away from the ears. Breathe out deeper through your fold. Inhale. As you exhale, engage your abdominal wall. Slide even further down. And release. Micro bend in the knees. Slowly round up to standing. Roll your shoulders down and back a few times. And go about your day. I hope you feel a little bit more connected to yourself, to your body. You feel energized and ready to move. Thank you guys so much. And from the bottom of my heart, namaste.